Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Dadia. We have with us Mr. Ullas Kamath, Joint Managing Director at Jyothi Laboratories, joining in. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kamath, and always a pleasure to speak to you. Let's start with the fourth quarter right now. If you talk about the base level, a flat number is what we've seen, despite higher sales, in the fourth quarter. What is the reason that has caused this flatness in terms of profitability?
In fact, there are a couple of things we want to highlight. Yes, we have done 495 crore of turnover, which shows as 27.3%. But when you see compared to the previous year, same quarter, there was a dip of about 25% because of the lockdown. So if you see on 2 year CAGR, you will see more or less a 2-3% growth. But corrections, what you have done in the current quarter is that we have brought down our stock in the marketplace to 10%, 10 days, which used to be 22 days. Earlier to that, it was 30 days. So we thought it's the right time to take the correction. And the pipeline is what we have corrected now to 10 days, in some places up to 8 days. What it makes is return on investment for the distributor and for the stockist. It becomes a very high. The return on investment will go upward of 25%. That's what we are trying to help them to earn more money rather than giving schemes or the discounts. So that is one thing which is paid well for us. The second one is that in the current quarter, we have taken a hit of 23.5 crore of exceptional item that has hit our profit. Otherwise, our profit before tax is at 56.3 crore, in line with our thinking and expectation. But this exceptional item is one of the government order which they have passed the policy retrospectively. We lost the case. We won the case at High Court level in Guwahati. It's not only for us, it's for everybody. We won the case in Guwahati, but we lost in Supreme Court, and that we have provided for. We are rid of that 23.5. It is not a cash item. It is a receivable, which we will not be able to get it now because of the case lost Supreme Court.
Right. So, with all of this, how big an impact has the second wave of lockdown caused with regards to business?
As of now, I don't see anything because a positive thing of this is people know how exactly to produce, sell, distribute, stock, and everybody are aware of. The last time it was a bit of uncertainty about the lockdowns and the containment zone and supply chain issues and trucks not moving from one state to other state. But now that is not there. Across the country, now the guidelines are given by the respective states. There's no national guideline as such. So the states are operating wherever it is required. The lockdowns are there. For example, Kerala is under lockdown. Karnataka is on lockdown, but again, the business is there up to 10 o'clock in the morning. Even the last time also, we did the business from 6 to 10. So the system is very, very clear. Our technology is helping us in enabling all our systems and process. So to that extent, even our April sales has been double-digit growth. We have done exceedingly well in the quarter, but again in the April, that is continuing with a double-digit growth. And if it is, if the way how we see the numbers of COVID across the country, if it is going to go down, then we are okay. But my worry would be that if it goes in a big way to the rural, then we'll have an impact there because 40% of business come from rural. And that's what at this point in time, we are not seeing any major issues there, but waiting that the second wave will be behind us soon and we get that extra growth from rural.
Right. So, with all of this, how would you describe the trend in terms of business right now?
Very positive because I can only talk till April. April has been positive. Till yesterday, business has been very positive. And we do have 5,500 sub-stockists to cater to our rural needs. They've all stocked the items and everybody thinks that it's a matter of week, 10 days, 15 days. Things will be normal and we are also hoping for that. But the consumption of dishwash again showing a very, very robust increase. The last quarter we have grown by 33% and personal care also has grown by 38%. So the product portfolio, what we have, most of them are essential and I know hygiene based. To that extent, the products are moving faster and e-commerce is doing extremely well. CSD is back into the business. Modern trade till the lockdown, it was doing very well. So to that extent, all the engines are firing till probably about 15 days back. But this lockdown, we feel that because it is selective in few states, we are not that worried like the way how we had worries when the national lockdown announced last year.
Right. So with all of this, now that we are focusing on sales right now, basically grow market share was the strategy that we were looking at. We did increase our media spends as well across all brands. Is that expected to continue now?
Yeah, in fact, last year we did spend more from the second quarter onwards, and that has paid off very nicely in the sales what you see, and also the secondary offtakes. And we have increased our market share to 12.5% in EXO from 11%. We have grown to 12.5%. Krill from 16%. We have gone to 17.4%. Maxo from 21%. We have grown to 23%. And Ujala fabric whitener, even the mother brand, there's no much competition. We have grown from 82 to 83%. And Ujala IDD, which is a washing powder, detergent powder in Kerala. Now we are number one there with 21% market share in the mid segment. So the money what you have spent, which is I always call it as a good cost to spend the money on advertising. The money which you have spent, which is really paid off by way of increasing the market share across segments across the country. So we continue to spend the money on the brand in the coming quarters also.
Right.
As long
go on.
as it is increasing our sales and market share, it's a good to spend. Yeah.
Right. And in terms of category-wise business share, does that still remain the same right now with dishwashing still at the 38-40% bracket, fabric care around 25%, and the remainder divided between personal care, fabric care, post-wash, etc.?
Yeah, if you take at an annual level, about 40% comes from fabric care, both wash and post-wash put together. About 30% will be the wash and 10% will be post-wash. Dishwash will be about 30 to 32% will be dishwash, and HI, household insecticides, will be about 16 to 18%, and personal care will be about 10%, and other products about 3%. So overall, we are in the same range because all the categories are growing double digit and all of them are doing well. And in fact, FMCG category itself must have grown at 10 to 12%. So we are going with the growth and also getting additional sales and additional market share. With that, we are doing better than the industry.
Right. And any more product launches this year that we're looking at?
We have just launched one liquid detergents in the brand of Ujala in Kerala. We have just launched now. And again, the market should be very conducive during this COVID time. And anything which you launch, people are sitting at home. Like we will be just placing the product. So even if you spend the money on the brand, unless the people go out and buy it, it's not the right time to do all those things. So we have products ready. And this quarter, we have already launched. April, we have already launched Ujala liquid detergents in Kerala. And let's see how it works. Then we'll take it to Tamil Nadu. But every quarter, you'll be able to see what are the products coming from brand extensions coming from our own in-house brands.
Right. And any expansions that have been planned in this year?
Expansion in terms of?
Expansion in terms of overall business, in terms of capacity?
Capacity we do have now. Last year we launched, we set up one more big plant in Pithampur for EXO detergent bar that is going on full swing. So as such, there's no capex in the current year and there's no expansion of install capacity because we do have facilities which is good enough to cater from the existing 2,000 crore up to 3,000 crore, and marginal increment here and there if you have to do the investment, we'll do it, but no major capex in the current year planned.
Right. And overall, Mr. Kamath, very lastly, FY22, what will the outlook be? And do you think from here on, it's a complete upward journey that we're looking at and COVID probably is behind us? Because I think companies like yours have given out fabulous numbers in the last couple of quarters.
I wish that if that is the way, definitely we should be looking at only North. And so far, the growth has been fantastic. And GDP, we are as good as the GDP growth. And, if GDP is growing, then all of us will be growing. And if they are growing at 6%, we can grow at 12%. But we are as good as the countrymen. So they need to spend the money. And at this point in time, I'm very, very hopeful that government vision is in place. And if the vaccination drive will take place before December, then COVID will become one other small, disease which you have certain cure. As long as it does not like fatality, if it comes down, then a lot of things will settle down. And at this point in time, I'm hopeful that all of us, we are working, government is working, every measure is working to ensure that the COVID will be behind us as quickly as possible. But the consumption wise, I'm very, very confident that the double-digit growth, what you have been getting it for the last 2 years, we continue to get.
Absolutely, and hoping that all this stays behind us as well. Thank you, Mr. Kamath, so much for
Thank you very
joining us
much.
on the show. Always a pleasure. Speak to you soon again, and take care and stay safe.
Thank you very much. Thank you.